Have you ever felt the immense relief that comes when you finally decide to let someone go? It's as if a heavy burden lifts from your soul, allowing you to breathe freely once again. You might think that this sense of liberation marks the end of something painful, but in reality it's just the beginning, a spiritual awakening that emerges when you choose to release the ties that have held you back. Carl Jung, one of the most profound thinkers in modern psychology, believed that our personal growth often starts with letting go of what no longer serves our higher self. He famously stated, "I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become." This insight highlights a fundamental truth. Breaking free from relationships or situations that confine your spirit allows you to reclaim your identity and step into a more authentic version of yourself. When you finally let them go, be it a toxic relationship, a friendship that has faded, or even a long-held belief that no longer aligns with who you are, you open the door to a profound transformation. It's not just about removing someone from your life. It's about liberating your soul from the patterns that kept you stuck. Suddenly you realize that holding on was draining your energy, clouding your vision, and keeping you in a state of emotional turmoil. The process of letting go is never easy. At first you may feel uncertain, wondering if you made the right choice. Memories resurface and your mind might play tricks on you, pulling you back into the comfort of familiarity. Yet deep down, you know that you've outgrown this chapter. It's no longer a part of your journey toward self-realization. And that realization marks the beginning of your spiritual awakening. You see, spiritual awakening is not just about finding peace or practicing mindfulness. It's about shedding the layers of false identity, roles and relationships that no longer resonate with your evolving self. It's about daring to face the fear of emptiness, trusting that the void left behind will soon be filled with newfound clarity, strength, and purpose. Once you take that crucial step to release what's holding you back, you start noticing subtle changes within yourself. You become more introspective, more willing to question your past choices, and more open to the possibilities of the future. This introspection is the first stage of your awakening, where you acknowledge that the pain of holding on was greater than the fear of letting go. One of the most enlightening aspects of this transformation is the shift in your perception of loss. You no longer see it as a failure or a weakness. Instead, you understand that letting go is a courageous act of self-love, a commitment to your well-being and personal evolution. You realize that growth often demands that you release attachments that keep you small and confined. During this initial phase, you might also experience moments of solitude that feel both freeing and daunting. Carl Jung emphasized that solitude is not merely the absence of company, but the presence of oneself. When you let go, you make space for introspection, allowing your thoughts and emotions to surface without judgment. It's in these quiet moments that you begin to understand who you truly are, beyond the roles you played for others. But letting go does not mean forgetting or denying the past. It means accepting that certain connections served their purpose and that it's time to move forward. Acknowledge the lessons learned, the growth gained, and the strength developed. Realize that every relationship, whether harmonious or painful, has contributed to your personal evolution. As you embrace this new chapter, you may find yourself gravitating toward activities and people that align with your redefined self. Your energy shifts from dwelling on what was lost to celebrating the possibilities that lie ahead. You become more selective about the connections you nurture, choosing those that uplift and inspire you rather than drain your spirit. The spiritual awakening that follows letting go is not an instant transformation. It's a gradual unfolding, a journey of rediscovering your essence and aligning your life with your values. It's about honoring your worth and understanding that your happiness is not dependent on someone else's presence. You begin to realize that your strength lies not in holding on, but in your ability to let go when it's necessary. So, if you are on the verge of making that choice, if you feel the weight of holding on but fear the uncertainty of letting go, remember this: your soul is calling for freedom, for authenticity, for a life that reflects your true self. It's time to trust the process and take that courageous step into the unknown. Your awakening has just begun. When you finally let them go, whether it's a toxic relationship, a one-sided friendship, or an outdated belief, you may initially feel a strange emptiness, as if something significant has vanished. This feeling is natural because for so long, you invested your energy into maintaining that connection. Now without it, you face a void. But this void is not a loss, it's an opportunity, a space where your true self can finally breathe. Carl Jung emphasized that growth requires shedding old layers, much like a snake outgrowing its skin. This space is not something to fear. It's a chance to rediscover who you are without what once held you back. For years you might have carried unresolved emotions and toxic patterns linked to that person or belief. Holding on gave you a sense of security, even if it was an illusion. Letting go disrupts that illusion, and your mind may struggle to process the change. You might question your decision or feel pangs of guilt. But these emotions are natural. They signal that your psyche is processing the break from something deeply ingrained. Carl Jung believed that emotions express the unconscious. The sadness or confusion you feel reflects your inner self coming to terms with a new reality, one where you're no longer defined by what you let go of. Letting go requires acceptance, which doesn't happen overnight. Your mind may resist, pulling you back into familiar patterns. You might long for things to return to how they were. Yet letting go is an act of self-love, not weakness. It means choosing peace over prolonged suffering. As you move forward, you might experience a sense of liberation, a lightness you hadn't felt in years. This is the moment your soul starts to breathe freely. Without the weight of others' expectations, your energy shifts. You begin to explore your own dreams and aspirations with a renewed sense of purpose. Letting go also means reclaiming the energy you once invested in holding on. You might be surprised at how much mental and emotional space that connection occupied. Now, with that space open, you have the freedom to invest in yourself and your growth. Jung spoke about integrating the shadow, the parts of us we usually suppress. Sometimes holding on stems from fear of loneliness or change. By letting go, you confront those fears, acknowledging them without judgment. You realize that letting go is not about forgetting the past, but about honoring your growth. After letting go, you may encounter a period of silence, a calm after the storm. This silence can be intimidating, but it's also sacred. It's where your true self can speak without being overshadowed by external influences. Use this time to reflect, not on what was lost, but on what you have gained, a sense of freedom and inner strength. Letting go doesn't mean erasing the past. It means using the lessons learned to fuel your evolution. Jung believed true freedom comes not from avoiding pain, but from transforming it. Embrace your liberation as a new beginning, a choice to prioritize your well-being and live in alignment with your true purpose. You have chosen yourself. You have chosen freedom. Let that be your guiding light as you continue your journey of spiritual awakening. Letting go isn't just about releasing someone or something. It's about redefining who you are without the influence of what you left behind. After choosing to move on, you may feel a profound shift in how you see yourself and the world. This phase of reevaluating your values is crucial as it sets the foundation for a more authentic life. One of the first realizations after letting go is that many past choices were driven by external expectations or outdated versions of yourself. Now you start questioning, what truly matters to me? Which beliefs align with who I am becoming? What goals genuinely fulfill me now? Carl Jung believed that individuation, the process of becoming your true self, requires breaking free from collective norms. You begin to see how much of your past was shaped by trying to fit into someone else's narrative rather than living your truth. Reflecting on past choices can bring discomfort, even regret. You may wonder why you stayed in situations that drained you. Jung emphasized that self-awareness involves confronting the shadow, the parts of yourself you often suppress. Sometimes holding on stemmed from fear of loneliness, rejection, or change. Acknowledging these patterns without judgment is essential. Understand that you did your best with the awareness you had then. Now you're choosing differently, not out of fear, but from a desire to honor your well-being. As your values become clearer, you naturally start aligning your life with them. This might mean distancing yourself from relationships that no longer resonate or pursuing interests that genuinely excite you. Instead of acting from obligation, you choose based on integrity. Your priorities may shift significantly. Activities that once seemed essential might feel trivial now. Conversations that used to engage you may feel shallow. This isn't indifference. It's about gravitating toward what nurtures your spirit. Change can feel daunting, especially when others don't understand your transformation. Friends or family might resist your growth, fearing they're being left behind. Jung acknowledged that living authentically requires courage. It means honoring your truth, even when it disrupts familiar dynamics. Letting go of relationships that hinder your evolution can be painful, but it's necessary for growth. Surrounding yourself with supportive, like-minded people becomes essential as you step into your authentic self. Reevaluating your values allows you to find new sources of meaning. As you shed old patterns, your true passions and dreams begin to surface. Maybe it's a creative pursuit you abandoned or a career path you hesitated to follow. Letting go frees your energy to focus on what truly matters. Allow yourself to explore these new interests without hesitation. The more you reconnect with your core desires, the more purposeful your life becomes. Although the process may feel uncertain, it's a vital step in reclaiming your identity. With a clear sense of your values, you start building a life that reflects your true self. This transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual process filled with adjustments and learning. Yet every conscious choice moves you closer to a life aligned with your soul's purpose. You might spend more time in solitude, but this quiet space isn't loneliness. It's where your true thoughts emerge without external influence. You become more selective about how you spend your time and who you share your energy with. Reevaluating your values means honoring your growth and not being defined by past mistakes. Use the wisdom gained to make healthier choices and build boundaries that support your well-being. Remember, growth often means letting go, not just of people, but of outdated versions of yourself. Embrace this new chapter with an open heart, knowing that you're not abandoning your past. You're evolving beyond it. As you honor your values, you'll feel more fulfilled and empowered. Let this clarity guide your journey toward a life that truly reflects who you are. After letting go, it's normal to feel emotionally unsteady. The space left behind can feel like a void, filled with relief, sadness, and uncertainty. This phase of imbalance is temporary, as your mind and heart recalibrate after releasing something significant. Letting go can bring a mix of guilt, sadness, and even anger at yourself for holding on too long. Carl Jung believed that emotions are signals from the unconscious, needing to be processed rather than suppressed. Allow yourself to feel without judgment. Journaling, meditation, or talking to someone can help you navigate these emotions. It's easy to be harsh with yourself during this phase, questioning your decisions or blaming yourself. Instead, practice self-compassion. Jung taught that healing requires accepting both your light and shadow. Acknowledge that letting go was an act of courage, not failure. This is a time to rediscover yourself. For so long, you may have prioritized someone else's happiness. Now focus on activities that nurture your spirit, whether it's creative projects, nature walks, or quiet reflection. By honoring your own needs, you gradually restore balance. Letting go can leave you feeling exposed and vulnerable. You might worry about how others perceive your decision. Remember, vulnerability is not weakness. It's the courage to be honest about your feelings. Embracing it fosters resilience and deeper connections. Jung believed suffering precedes transformation. Instead of focusing on loss, focus on what you've gained: the strength to choose yourself, the clarity to recognize unhealthy patterns, and the freedom to move forward. Transform challenges into lessons that shape your growth. To keep your emotional equilibrium, set healthy boundaries. Communicate your needs openly and avoid reopening old wounds. Surround yourself with supportive people who respect your journey. Practice mindfulness to stay present, using affirmations like, "I am worthy of peace." Restoring balance after letting go is a gradual but transformative process. Allow yourself to feel, reflect, and grow without rushing. Honor your journey, nurture your well-being, and embrace your evolving self. After letting go, you may feel disoriented. You've shed a part of your life that once defined you, and now you're left with a fundamental question. Who am I without this person, situation, or belief? This phase of rediscovery is both challenging and liberating, a chance to rebuild your identity based on your true self. Letting go creates a space that was once filled with routines, habits, and emotional investments. This emptiness can feel unsettling, but it's also an opportunity to redefine yourself. Carl Jung believed that individuation involves breaking away from societal expectations and embracing your unique path. Reflect on who you are without the attachments that once shaped you. What dreams and aspirations have you neglected? Which parts of your personality did you suppress to maintain that connection? Allow yourself to explore these questions without pressure. A key challenge in rediscovering yourself is distinguishing your real desires from those shaped by past attachments. For years, your identity may have revolved around someone else's expectations. Now reconnect with your true essence. Identify your core values, principles that guide your decisions and reflect your authentic self. As you gain clarity, you can start making choices that genuinely align with who you are, rather than who you felt you had to be. Letting go often means shedding outdated labels, like being someone's partner, caretaker, or loyal friend. These roles may have felt integral to your identity, but now it's time to move beyond them. Jung emphasized that growth often requires abandoning old self-perceptions. It's normal to feel uncertain without these labels. Trust that the new version of yourself, though unfamiliar, will be more aligned with your true nature. Letting go of old roles frees you to discover your deeper potential. Now that you have more emotional space, explore new interests without fear of judgment. Often being tied to someone or something limited your ability to try new things. Take up hobbies you've always wanted to pursue, whether it's painting, writing, or learning a new skill. Allow yourself to enjoy the process without worrying about perfection. Rediscovering your passions is about reigniting your curiosity and joy. These small acts of self-expression help you reconnect with your individuality. Rediscovering yourself also means building self-reliance. As you detach from past dependencies, learn to trust your own decisions. Set small and achievable goals that reflect your new values. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small. It reinforces your confidence in navigating life independently. During this phase, it's tempting to fill the void with new relationships or distractions. Be mindful of rushing into situations just to escape loneliness. Instead, take time to understand your own needs. Practice solitude and find comfort in your own presence. Jung believed that individuation requires introspection. Instead of seeking external validation, nurture your inner world. Becoming your own anchor reduces the risk of repeating old patterns. Rediscovering yourself doesn't mean erasing the past. Instead, it means integrating your experiences into a wiser, stronger version of you. Acknowledge past mistakes without judgment. They shaped your journey and taught you resilience. Forgive yourself for past choices and view your evolution as a natural progression. Growth is not about perfection, but about learning and adapting. As you change, you may notice that some relationships fade while new, more authentic ones take their place. With a clearer sense of self, envision the life you want to build. What kind of person do you aspire to become? Create a vision that reflects your new values and desires. Write down your goals and dreams, focusing on what genuinely fulfills you. This vision acts as a guide, helping you make choices that align with your authentic self. Don't be afraid to dream boldly. Letting go has given you the freedom to create a life that truly resonates with you. Rediscovering your identity is an ongoing process, filled with self-reflection and growth. Embrace the uncertainty, knowing that each step forward brings you closer to living more authentically. Trust your ability to evolve and honor your journey with courage and grace. Your transformation is a testament to your strength. You are not starting from scratch. You are evolving, becoming more aligned with your true self. Let this renewed identity guide you toward a life filled with purpose and inner peace. After letting go and rediscovering yourself, you reach a pivotal stage, embracing your new reality. This phase is about living authentically, making peace with your past, and fully stepping into the life you've worked to create. It's not just about healing, it's about thriving. The person you were before letting go and the person you are now might feel worlds apart. This contrast can feel unsettling, but it's also proof of your growth. Carl Jung believed that true transformation comes from integrating your past self with your evolving identity. Accept that you've changed, and that's okay. Your priorities have shifted, your boundaries are stronger, and your sense of self is clearer. Embrace this version of you without longing for who you used to be. Change means progress, and you're moving closer to your true self. Stepping into your new reality requires owning your decisions without guilt or regret. Letting go was not a mistake. It was a conscious choice to honor your well-being. Releasing attachments that no longer serve you is a sign of inner strength. Some people may not understand your journey, and that's okay. You don't need to justify your choices to anyone. Jung taught that individuation often leads to a sense of solitude, because few understand the depth of personal transformation. Trust that those meant to be part of your new chapter will support your growth. Authentic living means making choices that reflect your true values. It's about aligning your actions with your beliefs, even when it's uncomfortable or challenges the status quo. Instead of living for others' expectations, you choose what genuinely feels right for you. You may find that you're more selective about who you spend time with and what you invest your energy in. Let this selectivity be a reflection of your commitment to living purposefully. Surround yourself with people who encourage your evolution rather than hold you back. As you grow, new connections will naturally form, relationships based on mutual respect and authenticity. Don't rush this process. Allow connections to develop organically, rooted in your new sense of self. Real relationships will feel balanced and energizing rather than draining. Be open to meeting people who align with your current values. This might mean joining communities or pursuing interests that resonate with your new identity. Embrace friendships that uplift and inspire you, rather than pull you back into old patterns. Often we focus on how far we still have to go, rather than celebrating how far we've come. Take time to acknowledge your progress, the courage it took to let go, the strength to rediscover yourself, and the wisdom gained from past challenges. Practice gratitude for the lessons learned. Reflect on how much stronger and more self-aware you've become. Celebrate small victories, whether it's setting a boundary, exploring a new passion, or simply feeling more at peace. These achievements are evidence of your transformation. One of the most rewarding aspects of embracing your new reality is the sense of inner peace that comes from living authentically. You no longer feel the need to please others at the cost of your own happiness. Instead, you make choices that support your well-being. Practice mindfulness to stay connected with your inner self. Whether through meditation, journaling, or spending time in nature, find practices that ground you. This inner calm becomes your compass, guiding you through challenges with clarity and confidence. As you continue to grow, you may feel inspired to help others on similar journeys. Sharing your experiences can be a powerful way to connect and inspire. Whether it's offering advice, creating art, or simply being a supportive friend, give from a place of wholeness rather than obligation. Jung believed that healing ourselves allows us to contribute more meaningfully to the world. By embodying your truth, you naturally encourage others to do the same. Your journey becomes a source of light for those still navigating their own path to self-discovery. Your new reality is a reflection of your courage to choose yourself. Embrace it wholeheartedly, knowing that every choice made from a place of authenticity strengthens your inner foundation. You've not only survived the process of letting go, you've emerged transformed. Continue to nurture your growth by setting intentions that align with your soul's purpose. Allow your journey to unfold naturally, trusting that your past prepared you for this moment. Moving forward, choose to live with intention, passion, and an unwavering commitment to being true to yourself. Embracing your new reality means fully stepping into your power. You've let go, rediscovered yourself, and built a life that aligns with your values. Celebrate your transformation, honor your journey, and move forward with a heart full of gratitude and a spirit ready to thrive. You are no longer defined by what you let go of, but by who you've become through the process. Let your authentic self be your guide, and trust that you're exactly where you need to be.